Okay, rather than trying to teach everybody at once and run around to each computer, I figured it's probably best to make a video you guys can watch over and over again. So the point of this video is to show you how to make a scatter plot between two variables, to find the line of regression, and we will also find the r-squared value, and in the next video we'll talk about standard deviation and the residual plot. So the first thing I want to do for this example, I'm looking right here at LeBron James stats from all of his different seasons right here. So I'm going to try and make a scatter plot displaying the relationship between the number of field goals made for each season and the number of points he scored for that season. So my explanatory variable is going to be number of field goals made, FGM. So I'm going to copy the number of field goals made by Command C, and I'm going to create a new table down here. So I'm copying this down here, and I'm going to put the response variable is going to be points. So I'm going to copy points down here. Okay, so what I want to do is just make a scatter plot, and it's really simple to do. You're just going to highlight your X and Y variable, scroll up into charts, select charts, and select scatter. So there we go. We've made the scatter plot. Now I put this little square here for you because if you follow how I have it ordered, it will all print off onto 2 pages, so it'll be much easier for me to grade them at the end. Now you can mess around with the chart if you want. You can delete this so you can zoom in a little. You can change the vertical axis or the horizontal axis so you can zoom in. If you click on the chart and scroll up to chart layout, and then to the axis, you can go to the horizontal axis options, and you can pick where you want the chart to start. So I'd say somewhere about 500, maybe 550. That way it'll zoom in a little bit for you. And there you go, you can see it a little better. You can also change the y-axis if you want to zoom in even further. So you can change that if you want to, but I'm going to leave it as is here. Next, I want to find the line of regression. Now, in Excel, it's a little different because they call it a trend line. So if you click on one of the points, it'll highlight all of them, or it may just highlight one. That's okay. You're going to scroll up to chart layout, and then where it says trend line, we're going to go to trend line options. Make sure we've selected linear, and then down to our options, we're going to display the equation on the chart, and we're going to display the r-squared value on the chart as well. So we click OK, and here is our linear regression model. So down here, I want you to put in what the slope is. So if we look at our line of regression, our slope is 3.238. So I'm just going to type in 3.238, and our y-intercept is negative 344.51. So I'm going to type in negative 344.51. Now, to find the correlation, I can just use an Excel function. So I'm going to say this cell right here equals, and if I start typing correlation, you can see it pop up, C-O-R-R-E-L. Now we want to find the correlation between our X variable, which is field goals made, and then I'm going to select a comma, and our Y variable, which is points. Close the bracket, and it gives me the correlation. Now there's 2 ways we could do the r-squared value. We could multiply this by itself and square it, or if we just look up here, it tells us the r-squared value, so I'm just going to say it's 0.93706. Okay, so there we have it. We've got our linear model between field goals made and points. When in the next video we'll come back to making the standard deviation of the residuals. Now I also put in here, I want you to put your name right here because this will put your name on each page for me. Alright, see you in the next video.